Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of
What on a Ship?
This one we have just come off the Disney Fantasy. So we've got a lot to talk about on this episode. As you know, we are big Disney fans. So let's get into it.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invite everyone to. You would be the biggest gift would be for me. And the contact would say, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
Now, I'm going to do it differently to how I normally do it. I'm going to do, first of all, starting off, what were your preconceptions of Disney Fantasy being a Disney fan? Throwing
It's
a
difficult.
curveball.
So when I've, as a Disney fan, I've been told that it's high level of service, it's high quality food, entertainment's high quality, meet and greets are constant throughout everything, no need to queue, that, you know, there's meet and greets happening all the time everywhere.
Yeah, I expected it to be like the parks, just without the rides and at sea. So that was my thought it was going to be. Did it live up to your expectations?
Yes and no.
Yeah, I would describe this, now just putting this out there, we didn't dislike the cruise at all, we loved the cruise, but it felt like a cruise line doing Disney. So say Royal Caribbean does Disney, that's what it felt like to me. You had the Disney theming on board, but not always the magic. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, let's start with boarding. So we missed the terminal because terminal's normal. It was nice to have the Disney theming in the terminal though. You had the banners and all that.
Photographs in the terminal.
Yes. And all the ground crew, on the normal ground crew from the terminal, just with Disney-esque name badges. When you get onto the ship, this is what I like about what Disney do. Disney announce you as you come onto the ship. Now, unfortunately, I missed this in the video because I pressed record and she was so quick, we didn't get our welcome on board, did we? On the video, at least. But Disney Fantasy welcomed the Golden Guys UK.
They did.
And it's nice how they do that. It also
Clears that area.
clears your area, slows you down a bit, gives you time to look around and actually enjoy getting on board this ship.
And it also allows other people to move on. So, like, because the atrium is so beautiful, I think if they didn't do it that way, people would stop.
Yes. I know on other Disney cruise lines, ships, they sometimes do a little welcome show as well. So they do 5 families, say hello to them as well. I don't know if that was just during COVID though, actually.
I have no idea. Never seen it, never heard of it.
As in, like, a character comes out and waves to you or something. But I don't know. The ship itself is beautiful. It's a lovely ship. It's got the Disney theming. It is amazing.
Yeah, stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Absolutely stunning ship. So our room, I loved our room.
It was smaller than I thought it would be.
Was it?
Yeah. It seemed... I like the idea of having the split bathroom. But because of that, I think we lost space.
Okay.
It didn't seem as spacious.
In the main room part?
In the main room.
Okay, yeah. Because you had to fit in the second sink. And all that countertop in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just felt a little bit... I don't know. It felt... The corridor coming in was narrow and the door seemed narrow because of it.
Yes, I will give you that.
So your door to enter seemed narrow. And then the corridor that you walked down to get into the main bedroom seemed narrow because you had the bed 2 doors on one side and then wardrobes all the way down the other side.
Yeah, you couldn't have the wardrobe doors open and walk past, and I got
The
stuck.
bathroom doors open.
Yeah, couldn't
next
have
to the wardrobe.
Yeah, there were several times I got stuck. But because it was only 3 days as well, we didn't get to use the room as much as we normally would.
No.
Because this cruise was ram-packed. It was so busy. So much so that is why he's yawning all the time, because we have just come back and we are still shattered 2 days later. So let's work our way through the ship. Let's go all the way up to the top, to the pools. What did you think of the pools?
I liked the pool area itself, the family area. I thought having the separate Nemo's reef was really nice for the
Yes,
the
for
little
toddlers,
ones.
yeah.
Then you had obviously the 2 separate pools on the main deck. Plus then you had the aqua
Duck.
and then you also had the aqua lab.
Aqua Lab as well. For the she had the Nemo's Reef for the toddlers and the Aqua Lab for the olders. Well, from like toddler to teenager, which was fun as well.
Yeah.
So you had them bits. You had the Aqua Mouse. No, I keep calling it Aqua Mouse. The Aqua Duck going around. That was that part.
Which was brilliant.
Which was good fun, that was.
Videoed that a lot.
Yes, you'll see that in videos beforehand. And the adult pool was never busy, we found.
No, but I suppose it's a family cruise.
Yes.
So it's that getaway. So if you're going on something like Disney, you're going with your kids normally. The reason we went on it was to see whether is Disney Cruises for single adults or is it just a family cruise?
I think we found we could get along as adults with no kids on a Disney cruise.
Yes.
Yeah.
However,
there was a lot of kids on there. We knew it was going to be busy. We knew there was going to be a lot of kids, but there was lots.
and actually, the children were in my opinion, the children were the better behaved people.
Oh yeah.
It was almost as if the element of the parents trying to get the children to do things, because it was only 3 days, parents were pushing their kids into queues in front of people, everything like that to make the kids have the best experience possible. And you can't really blame the kids for that.
No.
Because the manners that were causing the issue was the adults, not the kids doing it themselves. So on that note, you know, it's a difficult one to judge, isn't it?
Yes. But yeah, the guests on board are just... I described it to Johnny actually, like Disneyland Paris can be very disorganised with the guests. People pushing in everywhere, not really getting on. But with British people, it's a weird one where people just don't seem to want to get out of anybody's way. I've got to walk this way, so I'm going to walk this way.
They queue for everything.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So many queues. We didn't do half the queues. But yes, we've digressed a little bit. Let's go back up to the pool areas, but also the sports facilities I think we need to talk about.
Okay, yeah.
So the golf was nice. It was all around the back.
Average, yeah.
It was interesting because they were wooden balls. They weren't like golf balls or foam balls, they were wooden balls. The sports simulator, you had to pre-book. And you know what, I'm glad we didn't.
It looked tiny, yeah.
It was tiny, there's a screen where you do little things on it. It's not amazing. The basketball court,
pretty good size, but
it was average. I guess the best part of the sports area was the aqueduct. They did have another smaller slide for kids, which we didn't get on. But the aqueduct was fun. 100% recommend doing the aqueduct. So we're going to move inside.
we didn't talk about the top deckers and food, though. Do you not want to talk about like flows?
No, I'm going to come
banners?
back to that. We'll come back to that because I want to talk about the Rainforest Spa.
Okay.
So we bought a day pass to go into the Rainforest Spa.
So, just to add to that, the Rainforest Spa you could pre-book for the full length of the cruise, and it was about $75, $76. You couldn't pre-book
Per person.
per person. That was slightly forward.
That's me, Dory.
You couldn't pre-book a day pass.
No.
You had to do that on board. And the day pass was $29.
39.
$39 per person.
So when you compare 39 per day to 75 per day, if you're going to get use of the whole rainforest spa for your whole stay, that would have been worth it. But we thought,
Quite rightly.
we weren't going to get the full use out of it. So,
We only really had 2 days to use it.
yes. So, in that rainforest spa, there was 4 experience showers, 2 steam rooms, a sauna, 2 outside jacuzzis, some hot beds, and that was it, wasn't it? So we went in there on day 2. We used it for about an hour,
Hour and 20, yeah.
and that was it. There wasn't that many people in there either, so we could use everything when we wanted it virtually. But still, by the end of that time, I got bored. I was happy to leave. So we got our money's worth, I think.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it was worth going for the day. I just wouldn't go back again for multiple days.
Unless the length of the cruise is longer and your 75 gave you longer.
But it wouldn't be 75.
I don't know,
more.
but even when you work out that 39, right, times 2 days, that's only 85. The 75.99 pre-booking basically would only give you the same 2 days. So I'm not sure it would be much, you've got to work it out basically.
Yeah, if there's a week's worth, do you know what? We possibly would by 2 days, because I'd go back another day.
Yeah, if you're
during
going
the
to
week.
if you're going to get days worth more than the week worth,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah. So that was that. So we'll move away from the spa now. Now we're going to go on to food. So you have Cabanas, which is their. You alright?
Air in my mouth.
Cabanas, which is their buffet, which is open for breakfast and lunch, not for dinner. Breakfast was nice. It was manic. Always manic in there. But we had some nice breakfasts in there, didn't we?
Yes. And Cabanas.
Yes.
Yes. 2 breakfasts.
2 breakfasts. We had the churro waffles on the second day. Lunch, however, seemed to be the same. So we went in there for boarding day and felt, oh, okay, this is nice, this is good for boarding day. Not a great variety, but it's okay. Second day was exactly the same food. We didn't even bother going in there for the third day.
Nothing was different.
Oh, did you go in the third day as well?
No, nothing was different at all on the second day.
So that seems absolutely pointless to me. What's the point of having a buffet if you're going to keep it the same every single day? So, day 2 lunch, we went out to Flo's, which had a pizza section, a burger section, and a sandwich and wrap section. We got a new Philly cheesesteak sub, which was lovely. And you got a bit of pizza as well, actually, didn't you?
Yes, because I don't eat bread.
Because the pizza I got the day before just to try it, and it was beautiful. So for a nice quick service, as we would call it, because you can grab and go, take it to the poolside, was perfect.
Yeah, it was ideal.
It was ideal. You had ice cream, as in EYE scream, Monsters Inc. themed ice cream parlour, which always had a different variety of ice cream, which I thought was quite nifty. Normally you get vanilla or chocolate and that's it.
But we didn't even have a chance to have it too much time. I had banana and chocolate.
Yes, I had mango
and
strawberry, which is gorgeous. And then the second day it changed, but it was also broken slightly, I think, one of them.
We didn't use it.
But we didn't use as much as it was. And the sweet treats, I think it was Sweet on You it was called.
Yeah.
We didn't use it at all. It was a paid extra.
We were going to, just didn't have time.
Didn't have time to.
It was lovely and decently priced, actually. It wasn't too bad priced
No.
for what you got, the size of what you got. But we just didn't have time.
No, so for standard quick service and quick eats, that was good all up on the top deck. Main dining rooms, they were lovely. The thing different with Disney Cruise Line is you have rotational dining. So there's 3 dining rooms on board, and we had a different one every night. But the same server and the same table numbers every night, so they followed you round. Which we actually loved.
Yes, we did.
Because it's almost like
You're
the
going
main...
speciality, but having the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So we started off in Enchanted Garden, which was a lovely venue.
The evening changed as it went along, didn't it?
Yeah,
That
so it
was
went
what's
from
nice
like
about it.
day to dusk and night, and the flowers opened and all sorts, and that was lovely. And Disney
the characters
and Mickey
came out.
came and said hello. Royal Court, to me, it was a standard main dining room.
Yeah,
there
it was.
nothing special about it whatsoever. You expected, as a Royal Court, I expected some princesses to come and say hello. Nothing happened. It was a bit meh. And then Animator's Palette, we had the Turtle Talk with Crush. Sometimes they do a drawing one as well, but we didn't do that one. So Crush comes and speaks to all the screens. Now,
Well, it speaks to people via the screens.
where we were, we couldn't really hear what was going on. The only reason we knew things were happening was because our Magic Band Pluses kept buzzing and lighting up. The best part of it was the end of it, where Crush was going from screen to screen, telling you to swim and do things, and the waiters and the dance party happened. It was brilliant. But he was speaking to people, and people weren't quite sure who he was speaking to. It was still a very good concept and very good idea, but
It was like Turtle Talk with Crush, but on a stranger level because it's different screens.
I was trying to eat my food. I don't care about what you're saying, I'm eating my food. And then for the breakfast to the final morning was... Cabanas wasn't open, I don't think, was it?
No.
You had to go to the same restaurant you went from the night before, which is actually quite nice. Bit chilled, nice way to have breakfast, and it was quite nice. The food was nothing special. So like you said at the beginning, you were expecting elevated...
I was expecting... So, from listening to other people, and this is all I can go by, I was expecting each of the restaurants to be the same level as what speciality dining would be. However, I found that it was the level of standard dining room.
It was a standard dining room, yeah.
Main dining room stuff. There was a few items, I suppose, if you went for sort of some of the fish elements, everything like that, it might be a little bit elevated more. But because we don't eat that kind of thing, there was crab options and there was lobster options.
The truffle pasta on the last day was elevated.
Oh yeah,
that was
absolutely.
Beautiful.
So there was items that were elevated, but the whole experience, food-wise,
was standard.
Was standard Disney food.
Yeah. Now
restaurant food, not quick service food.
Yes. Now the waiters and the servers, they are
amazing.
another level. On our first night, Fami, who was our main server, at the end of our meal, set us some puzzles to do. We had some tricks to do. Royal Court, nothing really happened there. I think Royal Court they can't, because it's meant to be elegant dining. They don't do anything in there. But then on the final night, he showed us how to make a peacock out of napkins. We did something. What else did we do?
He stroked the thing and it flew.
Okay, made a little pet for the kids next door. And it was something else he did. I can't remember what it was now. But it was the servers made it. The staff on board.
He did the cork thing.
That was it. Yeah. I knew he did something else. He did a cork in a
glass.
Glass and made it stand up without touching it, which is quite clever. That's what made it a different dining experience to normal, I think.
And Danny, our assistant waiter, as well.
Danny was lovely as well.
Absolutely lovely. Tried everything he possibly could to help.
Yes. Because... Are you going to talk about that now?
No.
Okay. We'll move on to other places of the ship then. The DVC, because we are DVC members, that is how we went on the cruise. We used our DVC points. Being a DVC member on a Disney Cruise Line does give you that extra special feeling. So
we had a special welcome party.
Yes, we had daily gifts.
Yep.
I actually haven't got anything to show you the daily gifts. I've forgotten to bring them all. But we had a lanyard when we first boarded, which is a Disney Vacation Club. Have you got yours?
Oh my goodness.
We had a magnet to go on our door. The second day, that's the third day gift. Second day gift was the straws.
Straws.
We got a reusable straw.
Where are they?
I actually don't know where they are. I need to find mine. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. It might be in one of my pockets in my washing.
No, I packed it.
Okay. And then the third day, we got something we've been wanting for a very long time, which was I'm trying to get it to focus on it. Hang on. It's not focusing on it. It is. There we go. The Magic Band at Sea's Magic Band slider says Disney Vacation Club member at sea. We've been wanting a DVC Magic Band slider for ages. They're like gold dust. So we got the member at sea one. And they were just so lovely, the ladies. So lovely. It was not so the welcome party. They welcomed us all back. Talked to. We had a little game show.
We had a free independent meet and greet with Minnie.
Yes, Minnie came to say hello.
Captain Minnie.
Captain Minnie came to say hello. And that was that. And then every day we had a chat with them. They were lovely girls. They invited Adam along to the DVC joining party because they do another different party to get people to sign up and gave them a free. He got a free shoulder pad, didn't he?
That was for the talk.
Yeah, for the talk, to get people to join. But he got a free shoulder pal from it. So I think he got a hey or a poo shoulder pal. I would have to come to say hello.
Really?
Yeah. But they couldn't do enough for you. They were so lovely. Guest services?
Fine.
Absolutely lovely. And our room steward was lovely as well. We did some...
David
did some amazing... We can't call them towel animals because they use a blanket now on Disney. So we had amazing blanket animals, which were good as well.
Sorry, it's raining.
I say it's raining, he's getting distracted. So, let's move on to entertainment. Daytime entertainment. Now, this was not one of the problems, but one of the issues we had. There was daytime entertainment, but not... There was so much to do. So many character meet and greets. There was...
So many quizzes.
So many quizzes. You were just bombarded with it all. You couldn't decide what you wanted to do.
So many movies on deck.
Yeah, there was movies on deck, movies in the theatre.
Movies under the stars.
It was so much. We just didn't actually end up doing half of what we wanted to do because we got too overwhelmed.
There was also cinema.
Yeah.
To go to.
It was crazy. But that's not a downside. It was just there was so much to do. Nighttime entertainment, the shows were amazing.
So, you go to the shows based on your dining time.
Yes.
So if you're on late dining, which we were, we went to the early show.
Yes.
If you're on the early dining, which is what you would have if you had kids, the show would be the late show. But I don't think a lot of kids stayed up for the late show. No,
I don't think they did. I don't know whether they... We had lots of kids in our one, but not as many kids at the dining. So we're confused what happened there. But you don't need to go to... You could go to Flo's again to get some food for the evening, or room service, because room service was free of charge as well.
We did partake.
We should partake in room service a few times. But the shows were Broadway level shows every single time.
So we had Aladdin.
Yes.
Views on Aladdin?
It was good.
I thought it was amazing.
They sung 3 songs though in the whole show. 4 songs.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
All right, then. It was a very, very good show. It's not... With these shows on board, let's just put it this way. They're not the musical version, as in what you get on Broadway or the West End. They're an adaptation of it, of the movie. So not exactly the same. We then had Believe, which was a very good show, incorporating all different characters from the Disney line. And then the final show we had was Frozen. Your views on Frozen?
Well, we've seen that before.
Yes, we went to
at
California.
California. And it's the same. It's Frozen, a musical spectacular.
But different. Because in California, they built the stage for it.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah. So
all
the
the
show
effects.
was the same,
Yeah, but the
but
effects...
the effects were different.
Yes.
Which
I don't think some of the effects were working for us.
I don't know. I mean, her dress wasn't
No.
really.
When she
High
first
quality.
reveals her powers in front of everyone, because Anna pulls off the glove, in California there was like spikes and dust and everything came out, but she went no, and then everyone seemed to freeze, and nothing seemed to happen, and they all went, and we're like, well, what's just happened? She hasn't done anything.
And there was no light change or anything like that.
I actually think the only light change was so subtle we didn't realise it. The edge of the stage went from green to blue. Because it changed back at the end of it from blue to
The
green.
flats. That
Yeah.
happened when she built the castle. That happened when she was singing "Let It Go."
Okay.
I saw that happen.
But there was things like something should happen there and nothing did. So it was a bit... Okay.
It was good.
It was a very good show
The
though.
performers were very good.
Yes.
In particular, I would say that the puppeteer kind of person doing the reindeer, fair dues for that.
Sven, yeah.
I couldn't think of the name then. Very, very good.
And the Olaf is good.
Yeah, the Olaf person was good. Excellent, actually. The Anna was brilliant. The others were just, didn't really sort of like...
They were okay. Also going back, the guy who plays the carpet in Aladdin was amazing. The tumbling he did was brilliant on that.
Yeah.
The shows are very, very good. Meet and greets. There was a lot of them. Now, we like a meet and greet,
We love a meet and greet.
but not on Disney Cruise Line. So, the one problem we had was some of the meet and greets were on the side of a balcony and the corridor was then full of people waiting, so you couldn't get past. They clogged up walkways and just made everywhere a little bit more harder to get around. Would you agree?
Yeah, I do. So the ones downstairs in the atrium, they seem to have really well planned out and everything like that.
Yeah.
As you went further up in other areas that are used for other things, such as the photo gallery, and on the other side there's like tables and chairs and everything. On those sort of levels, because the queues went so far, you blocked all of the sort of walkways to and from the lifts, which to me is a health and safety nightmare. Then around the shops as well, they had a lot of queues around Walt Disney World
outside the
Walt Disney Theatre, which also then made it difficult to go in and out of the shops. It also made it difficult to go to the theatre because you didn't know which queue you were actually in at that stage.
Yeah, we thought there was queues for one character, and actually we found out it was for a completely different character. So if I'd got in that queue, I'd have been a bit disappointed.
Yeah. So, my top tip. Disney, listen to it. The Royal Court is not used all day, all afternoon. Right? Do your royal meet and greet around the fountain in there.
Enchanted Garden.
No, there's like the royal table in the middle
Okay, yeah.
of the Royal Court. Do your meet and greet round there for the royal gathering in the Royal Court. Then have characters meet and greeting round the fountain in Enchanted Garden. Again, not used during the day. And then have your main characters in the atriums on deck. In the alcove bit where Mickey and Captain Mickey and Minnie meet, absolutely fine because there's loads of space. And then have the bottom floor as well with those alcove bits that you can elevate.
Yeah, in the atrium part it was fine. It was the ones at the side and the extra ones were just too much. Even use top deck. They didn't come out on deck to do any meet and greets. I expected characters to be randomly walking around Disney Cruise Line. Nothing like that happened. But that's our only one negative part from the whole cruise line. Because you had the adventure game, Adventure Scavenger Hunt. I can't even think what it was called. Mickey's
Agent
Detective
something.
Agency or something, where it was an interactive where you had a card and you went to different portraits.
It's called
Oh, it's up there. Mickey's Detective Agency.
Midship.
Midship Detective Agency. That was it. So it was like 3 different games. We only got to do 1.5 in the end. But that is well worthwhile doing. But some part you have to check what time of day you're doing it. Because when we did the Muppets one, some of the portraits we couldn't hear talking because of the queues for the meet and greets. And it was so loud.
And theatre.
And the theatre. It was just too loud and too noisy. But it was still fun to do. I think we're almost done.
Yeah,
We'll do our wrap up. So, overall, would you do another Disney Cruise Line?
Yes.
I would, but on a longer sailing.
So, I get what you're saying. I really do. If I was going from the UK, I'd want a longer sailing.
Right.
If I was going and tagging it on to a Disney World trip and going and doing Castaway Cay or something along those lines, where the characters get off with you and are on the beach and stuff like that, and there's other things like that in open air and everything, I think a 3 or 4 day from that neck of the woods would be completely different.
Okay. I still think 3 days is too short. 4 or 5, I agree. But there's just too much to do in a 3-nighter. We literally only had 2 days to do everything.
I understand.
But yeah, I'd do it if it was longer. Because there's so much we didn't do any of the bars really. Half the ship we didn't do. Because it was so much to do on that ship. And the only other time we've done that is on Icon.
Utopia.
And Utopia, where they're bigger ships. And they were shorter. But as in, we didn't have to see everything. It was on the bigger ships. Because there was so much.
Yes.
So what would you rate the ship out of 10? As a whole experience?
9.
I'd give it a 9. Because the only down points, like we said, was the fact that the queues we couldn't get past. But yeah, we would recommend Disney Cruise Line. It's expensive. That is the only downside. We used our Disney Vacation Club points. So for just to give you a bit of an idea, it was a family deluxe veranda suite thing. Cost us 300 points. It was 100 points per night. I think for cost wise, it was about £4,500. That's me guessing. Just for those 3 days. So for that cost, you could do a massive big Caribbean cruise for almost 2 weeks. I would say. We've done a UK sailing 14 nights for the exact same price.
Less.
For less than that. So you're paying for the Disney experience. But yeah, I think it was a good cruise. Would recommend it. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I would agree. It was very, very good. Very manic at times. You just felt that you were being bummed a lot of the time. I mean, the first day I've never ever felt that muster drill and everything like that. And
muster drill, I knew there was something I wanted to speak about.
Constant sort of being shipped from one area to the next area to the next area to the next area. I was just,
Disney, listen to this. Change your muster drill. I don't think there's any cruise ships anymore that have a muster drill where you have to go and physically all stand there, wait for everyone to go there, listen or watch a video
for nearly an hour,
and then everyone go and do something straight afterwards. That was ridiculous. Royal Caribbean, you go and tap in your muster station, you watch your videos, you're done.
MSC same.
MSC the same. P&O
same.
Well, you did your muster station as soon as you went on, didn't you? Did all that. Blooming ring doorbell keeps buzzing. They need to change their cruise. I think during COVID they changed it, so I don't see why they can't keep that. But that does need to change. Because going from the muster drill to then the welcome aboard show straight afterwards,
sail away party,
that's the one, was so quick.
You do it. It was delayed because of that.
Yeah, and we actually couldn't get a good spot, because we were right down the bottom, by the time we got up to the top, all the good spots were gone. It was packed, absolutely packed.
Whereas the people that had their muster on the deck were all at the front.
So Disney, change your muster drill.
Thanks for putting us on deck floor to muster.
But I think that's it for this episode of What a Load of Ship. If you have liked it, make sure you comment below. Have you been on a Disney cruise line before? Tell us your thoughts and experiences of the cruise yourself.
Are you an adult that wants to go on one?
Yes.
Ask us questions.
We have all the answers now. Well, most of the answers.
We have an answer.
We have an answer now. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button and hit that bell because it keeps you notified of when we update our videos. All that's left for me to say is safe travels.
And thank you for being a friend.
Bye.